Hello, in this video and in the next video, we will be discussing conditional statements, otherwise known, or what many people sometimes call them, if-then statements, right? If and then statements. So one important thing to keep in mind is if you see the sign or the word if, that you need to add then, right? So if you have an if, you must have a then. Okay. Okay. And with that in mind, so now all of you know that time is first in a sentence, but there's actually one additional rule, and that is actually if. If will always come before time. And we don't talk about this because, if statements don't show up all the time, time statements do, though. So we have the sentence, I'll go if there is school next week. So the first thing we need to do is, of course, identify everything in here. But you could do that yourself. You don't need me to do that. If you, you really don't, you can do this yourself. I will go ahead though and put up all the posters. There's going to be a lot, so just give me a moment. I have to find all of them, and as always, we know this already, right? We always put all of our gloss in capital letters, so we can distinguish from the English sentences. So if they're right next to each other, we know which one to sign, so we don't accidentally sign the wrong one. So now we need to go ahead and find the if and then statements in the original source. So if there is school next week, then I'll go. So we want to go ahead and put our if first. So if what? So if school next week, but remember, right, time comes second in this sentence. If conditional, time, object, subject, verb, modal verbs, negatives, and then WH questions at the very end. Anyway, right, there's a quick review of all of that. So if next week, 1 week into the future, school, then I will go. And we'll just go ahead and put those over there and get that magnet over there. So one more important thing. So you need to remember to add the then statement, but there is no sign for then. So we have our if week, future, school. We then need to add like some type of gesture, some type of pause slash then. So I typically write gesture then. You can find your own way to how you're going to want to do this, but yeah, so you're going to want to add something. So you want to add some type of pause, a wait. If next week school, then I will go. And so I tend to sign this kind of thing, right? That's my then. And you can create your own then. So you need to remember to add something though. So if next week school, go. Oh, no. If next week school, then I go. So add some type of pause, add something to show the then. So if next week school, yeah, then I'll go. So right, that was really not a lot of body movement, but more my face. So you can decide whatever matches and whatever works for you. So whatever type of then you want to create. So you can do kind of like a thing with your hands. You could do some, keep forgetting the example. You could do something with your face, something to show the then statement. Right, you want that pause and you want to show that the kind of idea of then. In the next video, we'll look at a different example.